Whether you're just getting started on Shopify or you're doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in revenue, you don't want to miss any of the apps inside this video, so be sure to watch to the very end. Connor here, and I have another awesome Shopify training for you guys today. We're going to be going over the best Shopify apps for the new year. Now, all of the apps that I'm going to be going over today are going to fall into these 6 categories. We have marketing apps, design apps, conversion apps, payment processing apps, fulfillment apps, and customer service apps. And those are really all of the pillars when it comes to running a successful e-commerce business. Now, these first apps that are listed here aren't necessarily apps. They fall into the sales channel area of Shopify. And what these are going to do is they're going to help you set up your product catalog for each one of these platforms. They're also going to help set up the pixel and the conversion API if these platforms have those. That way, when you start running ads and getting traffic through these sources are able to tell where the sales are coming from and what ads are working and what ads are not. So be sure to set all these up. It's going to really make your life a lot easier when it comes to setting up the pixel and sending back the data to these platforms that they really need to optimize your ads and get you the best results as possible. Some of these social media platforms may not make sense for your business depending on your demographic. Like, for example, if you're selling to the younger demographic, it may not make sense to use Pinterest. But if you are selling to that younger demographic, it's going to make a lot of sense for you to use something like TikTok, especially because it just overtook YouTube and Facebook and Google and is now the #1 most visited website in the world. Now, moving on to the second half of the marketing apps here, we are going to want to install Snapchat as well. That's going to do the same thing as the previous apps listed or the previous sales channels listed on the last slide. It's going to make sure you get your product catalog set up. It's going to set up the pixel. That way you can create those audiences and start optimizing your ads with those events that mean the most to your business. Now, moving on to Attentive. Attentive is a really powerful SMS marketing platform that's going to allow you to deploy an amazing mobile pop-up that's going to get SMS opt-ins and also email opt-ins. So be sure to check out Attentive and get that installed in your store. If you are not using Attentive, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. And they're also the best when it comes into compliance, which compliance is something that's getting more and more complicated to navigate when it comes to SMS marketing and e-commerce. Next, we have Klaviyo here. Klaviyo is a really awesome email marketing platform, and this will actually work hand in hand with Attentive. So the SMS side of Klaviyo is not very good. I don't recommend it. The deliverability sucks, and the platform is just brand new. So you'll want to use Attentive for the SMS side and for MMS as well. But when it comes to email, you want to have that stuff set up inside of Klaviyo. This is going to allow you to send those abandoned checkout emails, those win-back campaigns, shipping notifications, review reminders, sales for your campaigns, those type of broadcast emails, and all of that. So Klaviyo is awesome when it comes to email and deliverability, but not good on SMS. So be sure to use these two hand in hand. Now, next up, we have Reversion, which is awesome when it comes to setting up an affiliate program for your Shopify store. I actually did a video on this a while ago. I'll be sure to link that up in the eye icon. Hopefully I pointed at the right side, but definitely open that video, watch it later after you finish watching this video. Now, when it comes to designing your store, obviously the first thing is that you have a really good theme that's mobile responsive and very fast and snappy when it comes to loading over LTE or these devices that may not have the fastest internet at all times of the day, right? But there are going to be some things inside your theme that you're not going to be able to customize the way that you like. Or once you get a winning offer, winning product in your store that you're promoting, you want to go ahead and build a landing page. Now, this Pagefly landing page builder is really awesome. It's going to help you drag and drop all those elements and create a really high converting mobile landing page that's going to work awesome for your store and increase the conversion rates of your winning products that much more. So be sure to check out Pagefly. And then next here we have this product filter and search. Now, this is going to be similar to another app called Instant Search Plus. Instant Search Plus is just way more expensive, but this is going to give you that instant search result on your theme. So when someone starts typing letters, it's actually going to recommend different collections, recommend products right off the bat. You can actually hide products from those instant search results, or you can push products that you want to promote more at the top of the search results, which is really awesome. And inside of this app, there's analytics. You can actually see what people are searching. So let's say you are selling t-shirts and someone keeps searching blue t-shirt, you don't have a blue t-shirt, it's going to help you find those products that your customers are looking for and can't find. Also, it's going to allow you to add this really awesome filter on your collection pages. Now, this filter is going to allow you to sort by, let's say, same example, you have an apparel store, you can have color, and then you can have a bunch of swatches like red, blue, green, yellow, and customers can actually select yellow, and it will pull all the yellow t-shirts right in front of them. Or, for example, you could have like garment and have t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, and they could sort from there as well. So it really helps like customers find exactly what they need through that filter really fast. So definitely check that app out as well. Now moving on to conversion. Now obviously once you have a really beautiful site and you're running traffic to it, the biggest thing is actually converting those visitors into customers and increasing the average order value of each one of those customers. Now the first thing that I recommend people get installed if their theme doesn't already have it is this sticky add to cart bar. Now what this is going to do when someone is on their mobile phone, they're actually scrolling down, the add to cart bar will actually stick at the top or at the bottom of the screen. That way it's always in field of view. So as they read your sales copy, look at your product images, they can just one click and add the product right to their cart without having to scroll back up to the add to cart section to add it to their cart. So definitely give that app a look if your theme does not already have it and get it installed. Next, we have frequently bought together. This is going to be that Amazon-like feel where on the product page, there's a group of 3 products. It says frequently bought together, and the customer can actually one click and add all 3 products to their cart immediately. Now, the reason I really like this app is because they take all of your past orders, study what products were bought together, and they automatically generate these frequently bought together bundles for your product pages. Now, if you don't have a lot of orders, no worries. You can actually manually configure these bundles as well for something if you have new products or, like I said, if you don't have a lot of past orders. So really powerful there. You'll definitely want to get that installed as well. Next up, we have the free shipping bar. Now, this is really simple, but it is extremely powerful. So with this app, you can have a kind of dynamic, meaning a shipping bar, a bar at the top of your site that's changing. And this bar can say spend 50 plus to get free shipping. Then when someone adds a $10 item to their cart, it can say only $40 more until you unlock free shipping, something like that. So as they add stuff to their cart, it calculates what their total cart value is and how much more they need to add to it to unlock free shipping. Now, I recommend setting this free shipping amount at $50, $75, or $100. It's really going to depend on your store and the AOV and how much you're trying to boost it. But that app is extremely powerful when it comes to boosting your average order value and getting your customers to add more items to their order. Last but not least, we have Revy Smart Upsell. The way that I like to describe it is it's an upsell that's disguised as a cart, which is really awesome. A lot of these other apps, when you click add to cart and then their upsell fires, it's really clunky. You have to like click yes or no, and it's really stopping the flow of the customer to the checkout. So I don't like those apps, but this app, the way it's set up, is really nice. So get that app installed and get upselling your customers. Now, the second half of the conversion apps, we have Shopify. Really simple. This is just going to be a countdown timer that's really powerful when it comes to running holiday sales. Let's say it's Black Friday. Your Black Friday sale is ending at midnight. You can have a banner on your website or messages on your product page saying exactly how many hours are left until your sale is over. And there's also a ton of other really awesome features that Shopify offers, so definitely give that app a look. I would not suggest doing any false scarcity. Don't have timers that reset and things like that. People are not dumb, and it's just going to hurt the trust with your audience. Next, we have orderly emails. It looks like I made a typo here. This should be orderly and then capital E. You can see it right here. But with orderly emails, you're going to be able to customize all of the Shopify template emails that go out to your customers when they either abandon a cart, place an order, their order gets shipped, those sort of things. So all those notification emails that come from Shopify out of the box are really ugly, and you're leaving a ton of money on the table by not including product upsells in those emails, discount codes, those sort of things. So you'll be able to make really beautiful emails that match your theme of your website, contain your logo, and include all of those things like coupons and upsells that are going to help bring those customers back onto your site to place another order. So get that installed, don't leave money on the table, and stop sending those ugly Shopify emails. Now we have Loox, and Loox is a really awesome review platform. And not only does it allow you to capture photo reviews from your customers, it incentivizes them to leave the photo review, and they actually just now added the video review as well, which is extremely powerful. Not only is this going to increase conversion by gathering that social proof and putting it on the product page, which is going to help build trust with your audience that you're selling high quality products, but you can actually leverage these review images and now these review videos in your ad creative when it comes to launching ads on Facebook, on TikTok, on Snapchat, that sort of thing. So really awesome app. It's going to allow your customers to leave a review right from the product page, but it's also going to send 2 email reminders to every single customer after the item is delivered. One thing when it comes to getting reviews, you want to make sure you ask for the review at the right time. One quick way to get a ton of negative reviews is to actually ask for the review before the item is delivered, right? The customer's just going to leave a review saying,
I didn't get the item yet. Wish I got it. I don't know how it is. 1 star.
Something like that. You want to avoid that. So by using something like Loox and by using an app that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, you can actually set up Loox to send that first email request for the review once the item is delivered. And you can specify 1 day after delivery, 0 days after delivery, that sort of thing. And you can also set up a reminder. So definitely get Loox installed in your store. If you don't have it set up, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. Next, we have Crush.pics. Now, a huge thing when it comes to conversion is your theme and your site's loading speed, right? So obviously you want to make sure you have a really good theme, but one thing you can do on top of having a really good theme is actually using something like Crush.pics, which is going to make sure that all of your images are optimized and the file size is really small so it can load as fast as possible on mobile phones. Now, I know we all want the highest quality images, 2,000-3,000 pixel images, but most of the time on the phone, it's only being loaded at like maybe 600 pixels wide. And if it's being loaded, an image is being loaded that's any larger than that, it's really not needed because it's on such a small screen in the palm of our hand. So we want to make sure that the smallest images are loading and they're mobile optimized so it loads very fast on, mobile devices. Now, when it comes to payment processing, you want to make sure you have as many payment options as possible. That way, someone who maybe only uses PayPal has that option, or someone who only uses credit card has that option, right? So when it comes to that, the first thing is you want to make sure you have Sezzle, which is a buy now, pay later app. There's a couple different ones of these. There's one called Affirm. I think there's QuadPay and a bunch of them kind of popping up, but Sezzle is one of the biggest names in this space. And what I really like about Sezzle is it's not doing a credit check, and their application doesn't require a social security number, whereas I think other platforms actually require that info, and it's much more of a clunky experience. And some of those other platforms are not actually going to allow your customers to finance little like $50 orders. It's only going to work for higher ticket orders. So get Sezzle installed in your store and boost your conversion rate because customers are going to be able to place orders and buy now, pay later over the course of 4 payments. That way they're able to get more spending power and place those orders that they want now rather than wait until they save the money. Then obviously you want to make sure you have PayPal. There's a lot of trust around that platform. They have the really nice dispute system. It's good for you as a Shopify store owner and also good for your customers. So you want to make sure you have that installed. And last but not least, Shopify Payments is really good as well. Now, if you have issues with Shopify Payments, you can always try Stripe or you can try something like Authorize.net. But you want to have that option for your customer to type their credit card number directly on your website. So have at least these 3. There's a ton of other options as well. Maybe they make sense for your business, but have at least these 3 in your store. Now, moving on to fulfillment. Now, whether you are running a drop shipping business, shipping stuff from AliExpress, or you're shipping stuff from the US from your own warehouse, or a combination of both, these are the apps you want to use. So ShipStation is going to allow you to select multiple orders on the back end and create batches of shipping labels at once. So if you have 100 orders, you can select all 100 orders, set the weight for those in one go if they're all for the same product. Click print, and you have a special printer that will just print label, packing slip, label, packing slip, label, packing slip, all 100 of them, and you can easily rip them apart and get those orders packed, or your 3PL or your warehouse can get that set up and shipped for you right away. So ShipStation is a really awesome app when it comes to doing that. Now, if you're drop shipping stuff from AliExpress, de-essers is the best app when it comes to this. You're going to be able to set up that direct API connection with AliExpress, and you're going to be able to one-click auto place orders to AliExpress rather than using something clunky like a browser extension and copying, pasting stuff over, or doing manual ordering on AliExpress. So if you are drop shipping from AliExpress, get de-essers installed. It used to be free. Now it's a really, really low price plan, but this is going to really help save you a ton of time when it comes to fulfilling your orders from AliExpress. Next, we have customer service. Now, you get the traffic to your site, you have everything set up so it's high converting, you're getting those orders, but you're going to deal with customer service. There's going to be issues. There's going to be customers that accidentally ordered the wrong color and they're emailing in to switch it, or there's going to be customers that are emailing in, when's my order going to ship? So you want to make sure that you have all of these things set up and you don't drop the ball when it comes to customer service, especially when Facebook has stuff like the feedback score. So the first one here is going to be the help center. Now, if there's a ton of frequently asked questions, you definitely want to get that help center set up on your site, have those frequently asked questions answered. That way the customer can go to the FAQ or that help center, read the answer to their question, and it cuts back on the number of emails that you receive in the first place, right? You want to get the customer to answer as soon as possible, and the fastest way to do that is to have that information on your website so they don't have to email you to find the answer. So this Help Center app here is the one that I like to use for this. You can kind of have stuff accordion down and they can click on the question, it will expand. It's a really good user experience. I like how it looks, so check that app out. Next, we have Address Validator. One huge issue, customers tend to forget their apartment number a lot, and depending on the size of their apartment building, the mail carrier may actually just send the item back to your warehouse or to your supplier in China without even attempting to make the delivery. So by using Address Validator, you can actually get the customer to remind the customer to provide the correct address at time of checkout. And if they make a mistake, it's actually going to be a pop-up on the thank you page that says, hey, it looks like you forgot your apartment number. Is this correct or incorrect? And they can actually edit the address right from there, which is really important. And if they don't interact right on the thank you page, then you actually can send them a follow-up email that they can interact with to update the address as well. Next, we have Root, and Root is going to provide shipping insurance from your warehouse to the customer's doorstep. So if anything happens along the way, if it gets damaged, lost, stolen, the item arrives broken, any of those things, Root is actually going to create a duplicate order inside your Shopify store and reimburse you for the full purchase amount. And this really helps cut down on the time spent back and forth with you and your customer or your customer service team and your customer to figure out what went wrong and how to rectify the issue. The way that this works is there's going to be a little toggle on your cart page. It's going to be auto-enabled by default, but your customer can turn it off if they don't want that shipping insurance. There is kind of a little area to add a disclaimer as well that says if you turn it off, you as the store owner is not responsible for like damage that may happen to parcels along the way. So most people are going to leave it on. It just costs a couple cents per order, and it's going to greatly help cut back on the customer service time to resolve those issues if something does happen, right? So now on to the second half of customer service, and the first thing here is huge, and this is Gorgeous. Now, Gorgeous integrates with just about every single Shopify app that I've mentioned here. It has a really, really strong integration with Shopify. And because of all these strong integrations, you can actually set up automated responses. And what I mean by that is if someone writes in an email saying, where's my order? Gorgeous will actually check to see if that customer has that email address that the customer emailed in from has an order associated with it. If it does, it will check if the order has been shipped. If it's been shipped, it will automatically send an email back, filling in the customer's name, the tracking number, the order number, and the date that it was shipped. So, and you can customize that entire email template that's sent out. So this is really powerful. And let's say the order was not shipped, then it can actually respond and say that it should be shipped in 3 days. You can actually set up different things. If it hasn't been shipped in like 5 days and they email in, it won't automatically reply. It will bring that ticket to your attention and mark it as urgent so you can see why it hasn't been shipped, or all types of things. So there's a lot of cool things now with Gorgeous. They're doing a lot with intents and they're actually using the data from all of our stores to kind of train an AI that can categorize tickets around specific issues. And this makes it really easy for you to set up automated responses for common issues that you run into with your store. And this is going to help get issues solved faster within one touch, and free up your agent's time to do things like monitor the chat and answer really item-specific questions that are going to help convert your store on the front end, right? So this is not only the email portion on the back end, it's also chat on your website. It can pull in Instagram comments so you can respond to those with discounts, answer questions, and help convert customers on social media as well to buyers. So this is all around the best customer service app that there is. I did a training a while back. I can do another one if you guys are interested in things that you can do with Gorgias to really boost your turn customer service from a cost center to a profit center. So if you want to see that video, if you want me to redo that training, let me know down below in the comments and I'll be happy to make it for you guys again. Next up is this order tracking app by Aftership. This is going to create a really beautiful tracking page, and that way you can monetize all of those visits. And what I mean by that is, traditionally, the ugly Shopify email that goes out, it says your order has shipped. If someone clicks on the tracking number to actually track their package, it's going to send them to USPS or send them to FedEx or DHL or whoever your carrier is, their website. Once they're on their website, you are now losing the opportunity to sell more to that customer, right? And show them products that they might be interested in. So with this Aftership app, you can actually create your own tracking page. And on that tracking page, you can have links to your social media. You can have different messages and messaging around sales and that sort of thing showing up on the page. And you can also have related or recommended products shown at the bottom of that page as well. So every single time the customer is checking that tracking email, clicking that link, they're landing on a page that's on your store that not only tells them the latest status of their package, but also shows them the best items that it thinks they might like, right? And hopefully, and more often than not, it ends up in more sales and customers actually buying those items, right? So get this app installed. Now, hand in hand with this, you can actually set up a return center. And this is going to be similar to the root issue that we talked about on the last slide. But this is going to allow customers to initiate returns without you having to go back and forth with them and spend those time on tickets. So what you can do is with Gorgias, if someone sends in an email saying, hey, I want to start a return, you can have an email that goes out that says, hey, click here to start your return. They click the link, it goes to a return center portal on your website. They enter their order number, their email, they click next, they can select the item that they want to return, the reason they want to return it, they can select what payment method they want for the return, whether they want to go back to their card or they want it to be a gift card or an exchange. All types of issues or all types of options there. So definitely get that return center installed in your store. And with that, that is all of the apps that I recommend. Now, these are all apps that I personally use in my store. There's going to be all links down below for every single one of the apps mentioned here. Some of them will be affiliate links, and I will get a kickback or get a discount on my app subscription that I have with these companies. But if you use one of those links, that will help me out greatly, and I do appreciate you guys for sticking with me to the very end. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, definitely leave a comment down below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. But that is it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.